Yeah, still got more guys coming out.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to historic Jerry Savage Court for this afternoon's big matchup between the Loyola Dons and Calvert Hall Cardinals. Alongside Joe Tartaglia, I'm Alex Emdy. So, Joe, in order to get back off on the win streak for Loyola, what do you think they have to do?
Well, Alex, I think the first thing they have to do, they have to overcome the hype and the energy that comes with a game like this. Calvert Hall Loyola always comes with the great energy that you see from all the way from the players all the way into the stands. All the alumni are back in town for the break, so this is going to be a good one.
Absolutely, and now let's talk a little bit about last year's epic finale between the Dons and Cardinals, in which Kenny Lewis, a guest tonight, drained the game-winning shot that made SportsCenter.
Well, no one can forget that night. You know, the Dons coming in. They weren't expected to do much. They had a losing record coming in. Calvert Hall, they were the big guns. They were the big shots. Loyola came in as the clear underdogs, and they got a couple breaks their way. Kenny really got hot towards the middle of that game. Ended up putting up 45, and like you said, made the memorable game-winning shot that no one will forget for a while.
Definitely, and in order to equal that thriller, what do you think Loyola's keys to the game are tonight?
Well, besides overcoming the hype and the energy, I would say the guard play is essential. They get J.J. Halaby back, coming off an injury. I would say look for him to be a big factor off the perimeter.
Absolutely, and another guy to look for is Che. He's a beast on the glass all year. This one at an 0-7 mark, but you can't underestimate them, especially in this big rivalry.
Absolutely. I would say in this type of game, you got to throw the records out the window. Calvert Hall coming off a nice win against Gilman, and the Dons coming off two close losses against St. Joe. St. Joe.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry, between St. Joe and Gilman, and now they're going to have to look to bounce back.
Definitely. We're in for an exciting game tonight. We are just about minutes away from tip-off, and we'll take a quick break and come back with player introductions.
Collier. The 5'9" senior, number 10, Miles Morris. The 16th freshman, number 23, Darius Tillman. Collins, 45, John Bowersville, assistant by David Gately, Chris Farnham, and Gene Coleman. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the home standing Dons from Loyola Blakefield.
I'm trying to hold on to it.
A 6'3" junior, number 10, Trillian Young. A 5'11" junior, number 3, Connor Hepton.
It's gone.
6'5" senior, number 11, Jim Nake. A 6'2" senior, number 4, Cameron Shaw. 5'9" senior, number 2, J.J. Halaby. Was coached by Gus Raleigh and assisted by Matt Ring and Alice Floyd. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to welcome a special individual back to campus. He's one of a dozen players to break the coveted Millennium mark with 1,040 career points. During his senior year, he led the Dons, averaging 20.6 points per game. His most memorable moment came on February 3rd, 2017, where he scored 45 points and drained a memorable game-winning shot in an 87-84 upset victory over the Calvert Hall Cardinals that ended a 9-year winning streak. Now, without further ado, we'd like to introduce the 12th highest point scorer in Loyola basketball history, point guard number 2, Kenny Lewis.
And welcome back, everyone. And this one is just tipped off as the Dons of Loyola Blakefield gain possession. And Hallaby is manning the point alongside the electric guard, Cameron Shaw. We talked about in the pregame how Calvert Hall comes in this one 0-7, but anything could turn the tide for them as they battle this intense guard-ridden team from Loyola Blakefield.
Absolutely, Alex. You know, this game always comes with its own sort of energy and atmosphere that you just can't get anywhere else in the area.
Calvert Hall drives and kicks. Finds an open man in the corner. Manning the point tonight is Brendan Adams. He's a 6'4" senior for the Cardinals. Curtis finds him outside. Big fake. He pulls up from 3. Rims out. Nice offensive board there. And fouled on the way up is Kevin Collier.
I believe they have Chidnake on the foul for the Dons there, his first. And a key player for the for the Cardinals to watch today, Alex. Number 23, Darius Tillman, a freshman on the varsity squad for the Cardinals. Definitely someone to look out for.
Absolutely. He's got a very nice stroke, which we saw in pregames. He's got a long range and can easily shoot several daggers and bust this game wide open. And right away on that first possession, we saw Calvert Hall likes to swing it around the perimeter.
And that's going to be Loyola's key on defense, making sure that they don't give them any open shots outside the arc, because you know that this team could hit them.
Now at the line shooting 2 is a junior, Kevin Collier. First one off the glass and in.
The rare bank shot for the free throw.
Don't see that one every day, but gets it to go nevertheless. And Collier is good on both. So the Cardinals take an early 2-0 lead. Hapting with the inbounds, a little bit of trouble, but Hallaby breaks free at the last moment. Finds Shaw all the way up court. He'll drive through the lane, splits the D, and scores.
And all that offense came off that out of the break of the press on the half-court trap.
I mean, Shaw's been doing that all year for Loyola. Beautiful move through the lane. And he's good at taking contact as well. That basket is no good as Calvert Hall is called for an illegal screen. Miles Morris guilty of moving his feet there. So Shaw and Hallaby man the guards. They're a dynamic duo up there, and you can't forget about Connor Hepting, who can let it go from range.
Looks like they're going to get Chidnake again with the second foul. Looks like a push.
Coach Tavalli does not like that call, but he'll dive right into his deep bench and bring out Chid's younger brother, Dubem. And this is a Loyola bench that has been very deep all year.
That's correct, but still, you don't want to see one of your best starters go out early because of foul trouble.
Power move there. Getting that one to go is Brendan Adams. He bullied Shaw there on the low block. Nice screen set to free Hepting. He'll drive all the way in, dishes it off. But he is fouled. So, Joe, much like last year's game, we see a very quick tempo to this one. Last year we saw a total of 171 points put up.
Well, sure, this is very reminiscent of all the games that the Loyola Dons have played this year. You know, starting off a little up-tempo, the score not quite there, but definitely the energy.
Shaw wide open from downtown, can't get it to go. And the big man Adams corrals the board. He'll drive and kick wide open for 3. That's no good. Shaw with the rebound.
And that's a rare miss from this Calvert Hall team beyond the arc.
Hallaby drives through contact, floats one up, and good. J.J. Hallaby. Looks like he was fouled in the process there, but gets it to go.
J.J. using his agility to beat the taller defender.
And the freshman sensation fires one up. Rims in and out. And that surely looked off Calvert Hall, but it's staying with the Cardinals. We'll kick it out right for 3. Rims out. Nice rebound there. Huge block, Trillian Young. Saved a sure layup right there.
Some stout defense inside so far for the Dons.
You can see the Cardinals' early strategy is to both play on the perimeter and body up Loyola down low. Adams goes up and over Trillian Young. Shaw finds a cutting Trillian Young, who kicks it out to Hepting for three. Little too strong.
And I don't know if that's the shot you want Hepting to be taking this early in the game.
Calvert Hall hoists up another three. That's no good, and an over-the-back foul called there on Logan Curtis. Now, Joe, what would you like to see offensively from Loyola to exploit this struggling defense?
Well, what we got to see against Goretti is that Loyola was really doing well when they worked the ball inside of their big men. Now, with Chidinake out, I don't know how easy that will be, considering he's a big factor on the offensive boards. But let's see if they can find a way to work it down low.
Hepting and Nake play catch. Athletic play there by the freshman to tip that one out of bounds.
4:25 here in the first quarter.
Hallaby anchors the point for Loyola, as he has done for the past 2 years. Hepting picks up a double team. He's got a guy open. Gets out of it, finds Nake down low. He throws it away, but it's tipped out.
And a good job by Hepting working his way out of that trap.
Hepting heckled there on the inbounds, but he's able to get it into Hallaby. Drives left, can't create any separation, but Shaw's there. Nice pump fake. Beautiful pass to Trillian Young, or Dubam Nake rather. He can't get it to go.
And those are the types of shots that have to go for Loyola if they want to pull this one out.
Cardinals will push the other way. Finds a man down low, drives, swatted away by Young, and he gets it to go.
A very
Nice
athletic play there from Trillian Young.
Absolutely, looked like it was going off Young for sure, but at the last moment able to corral that ball and fling it off the Calvert Hall defender.
And some great awareness from the junior, excuse me.
Shaw quickly gets double teamed. Hallaby finds a streaking man. Trillian Young mid-range jumper, that's good.
Some great passing after they broke the trap.
And tic-tac-toe passing broke that trap there for Loyola, like you said, Joe.
The ball never hit the floor.
Gotta love that ball movement if you're Coach Tavalli, and that's something he preached. He's been preaching all year, to break that press, and you'll create some good offense. And just like that, Brendan Adams converts on the other end.
It's a very strong play for that 6'4" senior.
Hallaby uses his legs. Tries to thread the needle, but unable to do so. Calvert Hall's Logan Curtis pushes in transition. Nearly walked with it. Hallaby scoops up the turnover. Nice dish ahead to Shaw. All the way in. He's fouled and nearly rolls in.
And a great job by Shaw after another good pass from Hallaby leading him. And will set himself up for 2 free throws.
So Loyola is taking advantage of some early Calvert Hall turnovers. And a quick play in transition has this defense on their heels.
Well, the past couple games we've watched, Alex, Loyola has really had problems at the free throw line. Let's see if they can turn around tonight.
And Shaw converts on his first of 2. And in checks sophomore Mitchell Fisher. He's one of those young guys getting a lot of run this year as Coach Tavalli's gone to more of a youth movement, which we have not seen over past seasons. And Shaw is good on both. There's the freshman driving up, swatted by Fisher. Looked to get all ball there, but apparently the ref heard the slap of the wrist And the freshman will be shooting 2. That is Darius Tillman, who made his way onto this varsity team because of his nice shooting stroke and sheer athleticism. He's at the line. First one a little short.
It was number 20, Mitchell Fisher, the sophomore for the Dons on that foul.
And as you said that, Loyola making another substitution. That is number 21, Owen Reynolds checking in. And Tillman, it goes 1 for 2. Brennan Fox in as well. So Loyola's got a young squad on the floor right now. Let's see if they can handle the early pressure. Fisher wide open.
And a great pass there from Reynolds as the students break their silence after the 10th bucket.
For those of you who don't know, Loyola just broke out of their silent night, a tradition at many schools in which you are silent until the 10th point is scored. Dubam Nake with a pick, very athletic. Gets it ahead to Fox. Reynolds fires from downtown. Yes! Owen Reynolds from downtown.
He's normally not known for his three-point shooting abilities. He's normally a guy that they throw in there just to pass the ball to their big man. But you see Owen Reynolds stepping up in a big way.
If you leave any of these Loyola shooters out wide open alone outside, they will convert and make you pay. Nice pump fake there. Goes up strong. And 1. Logan Curtis with a nifty little move there. He draws the foul and will be shooting 1, rather.
And Curtis is going to be the guy for the Cardinals this evening. If the Dons can find a way to neutralize him, they'll be okay for the rest of the game.
You're going to see a heavy dose of Curtis and Tillman trying to carry this offense. And Curtis, their leading point scorer, converts a 3-point play as Calvert Hall quickly goes to the press. But Owen Reynolds is able to break it. You can see this pressure by Calvert Hall is taking a bit of a toll on these younger guys, as Brennan Fox looks like he got away with a walk there.
Well, absolutely. For a lot of these guys, this is their first taste of big primetime basketball here in the Baltimore area, and there's no rivalry more intense than this one. Dubem Nake at the strike for the Dons.
And Dubem Nake is a much improved free throw shooter from last year. He spent all summer working on that form.
And that's what we like to see from those younger guys, really buying into the program, taking time in the offseason to get better.
Tillman give and go with Henderson. He fires it over, up strong. Nearly another 3-point play. That is Logan Curtis once again. So if you're Coach Tavalli, who do you put on Curtis to slow him down?
Well, at the beginning of the game, I would tell you Chid Nake, but now with Chid in foul trouble, you're going to have to look to his younger brother Dubem to really step up and play that role.
And it looks like Curtis really heard the student section there, as the noise surely impacted that first shot. Reynolds sliding. Fox turns it over. Tillman, nice handle. He fires up a shot, and that's good.
And that play was dead from the get-go. Well, they had trouble getting that inbound in. It was only bound to have a mistake happen, and that's what happens when Calvert Hall plays that
nice
aggressive
play ahead
trap.
to Shaw. He goes all the way and gets it to go. So they break the press and fire it up to their leading scorer, Cam Shaw.
So the Cardinals are going to live and die by that press. Sometimes they'll get plays like the previous one, and other times they'll get plays where they'll be able to break it for an easy layup.
Calvert Hall turns it over on a traveling violation. We are down to the last 25 seconds of the first quarter, so the shot clock is off. Loyola will hold for the next possession. So who do you want taking the shot?
Right. Well, Alex, he had Kostas Stravakis down low. And it looks like Halby decided to pull it for the three. He's lucky that they got this offensive rebound now with the second chance
He
at
missed
it.
an open opportunity, but he's got the ball back in his hands. He finds Shaw. Shaw will drive, mid-range jumper, off the glass. And that's out of bounds. Went over the backboard. So with 2 seconds left, Calvert Hall has the potential to drop a play to get off a shot before the first quarter buzzer.
Notice Diwali pleading for a tip there. He's not going to get that call.
Beautiful pass. And rejected by Shaw. And Cam Shaw gives a little stare down there to Logan Curtis. And the tension is rising here at Jerry Savage Court. An entertaining first quarter comes to a close. For Joe Tartaglia, I'm Alex Emdy.
Woo-hoo.
Savage Court on the beautiful campus of Loyola Blakefield, where we've got an entertaining matchup tonight between the 7-6 Loyola Dons and 0-7 Calvert Hall Cardinals. Loyola is up to a 17-15 lead. What did you like from the Dons in that first quarter, Joe?
Well, I like how they managed the tempo of the game. They didn't let the atmosphere in here dictate the way that they would play and how fast they'd go. They've done a great job of slowing the ball down and finding the open man.
Absolutely, and you gotta love the defensive effort as those guards like Shaw have gotten their hands in the passing lane, creating turnovers, and their ability to break the press has been equally impressive. Calvert Hall going back to that perimeter passing game, as no one can seem to post up. There's the freshman Tillman, nice cross-court pass. Pulling up at the end of the shot clock, there's Logan Curtis, and that is a picture-perfect defensive sequence there for Loyola.
Absolutely, Alex. They did not let them to get off a clean shot before that buzzer went off.
Halby is fouled there by Miles Morris as he was driving. And Trillian Young will check back in for Stravakis. So Coach Diwali keeping a lot of guys fresh on the bench, ready to check in at any moment if he needs them.
Well, that's what he can do with a young team. He has the experience and he has the youth. Looks like we have an offensive foul. Montez McNeil getting called with the offensive armbar.
Halby double teamed, and that's stolen there by Curtis. He'll push the pace, finds a wide open help. And that's rejected by Trillian Young, but they call a foul. Now that's really questionable.
That one I don't know, Alex. I don't know about that one. I didn't think there was much contact there, but The refs had a better angle than we did, so it is what it is.
Nevertheless, that's Montez McNeil at the line. Gotta love how the Don student section's getting fired up when Calvert Hall is shooting free throws. That's surely affecting their percentage.
Well, absolutely, and that's just all part of the atmosphere of this game.
Neal gets the friendly roll to go 1 for 2 there. It's a 1-point game as J.J. Hallaby crosses center court. There's a lot of extracurricular things going on off ball as Calvert Hall is called for their 3rd off-ball foul right there.
It's a very physical game tonight, and that's what you expect when these two teams meet. Loyola now in the bonus, so Dubem will shoot the 1-on-1.
Dubem Nake remains perfect at 3 for 3 from the line tonight.
And so far, the Dons have done a great job taking every advantage of every opportunity that the Cardinals have given them.
That one just rims out.
And as soon as I say it, Alex, there's a missed free throw.
There's the announcer's jinx as Nake goes 1 for 2 from the line. Wow, and that's a call we rarely see as we got a carry there on Brennan Adams.
.6:23 here in the first half here at Jerry Savage Court. 18-16 Dons lead.
Nice crossover there. Fox wide open. Beautiful cut underneath, and Brendan Fox gets a nice left-handed layup.
And a great job by the guards working it down low to their forwards. That's what you want to see if you're Loyola, being able to work that ball down low, even without Chitnake.
Mid-range, that's no good. Offensive board there. Rejected by Brendan Fox. Still a scramble for it. And they call a 3-second violation there on the Cardinals. You can slowly start to sense the momentum shifting in the Dons' favor.
Absolutely. It seems that since the start of the second quarter, the Dons have had all the energy. Let's see if they can maintain that. That's been one of their problems. They've let teams hang around, and that's cost them a couple close games.
Hallaby is going to ISO up top. He finds Hepting in the quarter. Pump fakes, drops it down low to Nake. Nice move, and he gets it to go.
And there's the height of Chitnake being a factor.
Chitnake exploiting that matchup. He's struggled a bit finishing, but no problems there.
And if he stays out of foul trouble, Alex, the Dons are going to be in great shape for the rest of this game.
And you got to love the fact that even though Hepting was pressured, he was still able to get it down low.
That's what you want to see out of your guards.
And Connor Hepting climbs the ladder for the board. He's quickly doubled, gets out of it. Beautiful pass to Trillian Young. And he'll settle up top. Young pulls the trigger from downtown. Just too strong.
And there's your
coming up with the board there is Brendan Adams.
And there's your heat check, Alex. You're just looking to see if you can get one.
Although I don't necessarily mind the shot, I think you can work your offense a little bit more, maybe to generate a better look closer to the basket.
And especially when they've had success working the ball down low to their big man.
And Brendan Adams going to hear it from the crowd. That's way too strong. Hallaby who goes way up to corral the board.
And Calvert Hall really struggling here from the free throw line so far.
Hallaby finds Nake with about a head height advantage. He kicks it back out. Hallaby fires. And he hoists up an air ball. That's going to create transition for the Cardinals. But he's stripped away. Hepting fires it to Shaw. He's got one man to beat. Goes up and in.
And some good defense there for the Dons, creating even better offensive opportunities.
Beautiful effort there by Shaw to run the court and finish.
It looks like Calvert Hall has made a good amount of mental mistakes here in this first half. It seems as though the Dons have been outplaying them for most of this game.
And Loyola has come out with a pretty much perfect first half, aided by their raucous student section. Well, there's 3:50 remaining. A lot can change. Joe, what do you think they have to do to maintain the foot on the gas pedal?
Well, I would say you have to keep the pressure on Calvert Hall and force them to defend that inside. And once you get them thinking that you're going to go inside all the time, that's when you can work those perimeter shots.
There's Naka in the low post. He kicks it out to Halby, but before he can do that, he is called for traveling. Pump fake there by Curtis Hulte, captain to the rack. And another offensive foul.
A great job by the Dons there, drawing the charge. We saw the last Goretti game, they had great success drawing those offensive penalties, and they're continuing that into this game.
Nice move there by Shaw. He'll drive. Gets it down low to Nake, who's trapped on the low boards. Fires one out to Young. Way strong. Well, that's rebounded there by Adams, and he'll hear it from the crowd.
And that's the second time we've seen air balls from that corner.
And Loyola responds to the chance of air ball with scoreboard. So the opposite student section getting heated, just like this game.
You have to be careful with that one. There's still a lot of time left. They haven't even reached halftime yet.
Young trouble there. Halby wide open. Gives it up to Shaw, who finds Halby back. He'll pull the trigger from downtown. Nearly gets it to go. But Henderson is there to clear the rebound.
And I just have a feeling that Halby's close. He didn't play last game against Goretti due to an ankle injury, and I think he's trying to work himself back in the game form.
That's right. After an injury, especially, it takes a shooter a little while to find a stroke. But it looks promising for JJ. He's just got to keep shooting. And Loyola is going to want to limit to Calvert Hall possessions as few as possible here as they run down the clock. Shaw wide open. That's blocked. But it's a jump ball according to the referee.
Some great defense down low there from the Cardinals.
Absolutely. Good job there to tie it up and switch that possession arrow. But for now, Emmett Reynolds will inbound it back for the Dons.
And a very good job of Loyola keeping with that pressure down low. Not giving up on it. Still being aggressive with it.
Shaw passes up a three, gets a little closer. Fires it off a Calvert Hall defender. With 12 left on the shot clock, Joe, what do you think they draw up here?
Well, I would look for a pick and roll, as you just saw, with a pick from Dubem. And another, leads to be another foul.
That's a foul on number 10. Looks to be Miles Morris, as Loyola is now in the bonus. Chidnake at the line. And his free throw shooting struggles continue.
Just under 2 minutes to play here. Jerry Savage Court. 24-16 Dons here late in the first half. There's Naka missing both free throws, Alex.
We originally thought this would be a high-paced game, but that has slowed way down. As the blazing pace at the start has settled down to a defensive affair. That sees a score of 24-16 in the first half, which we normally see in the first quarter.
And a lot of whistles, I might add, here the second half of the second quarter.
Now this is a hard-nosed game. Whoever has the most toughness, I think, will pull this game off down the stretch. That ball bounces around.
And both teams seem to really be struggling from the stripe.
Mitchell Fisher gets it down low, but he walked with it. You got to put that ball on the ground first.
The mistakes on both sides have really stifled scoring.
Both sides have committed errors, but on neither side able to take advantage. And as Calvert Hall takes a quick timeout, we will take one as well. We'll be right back. And welcome back to, as this first half winds down, Loyola leads it by 8 by a score of 24-16. Calvert Hall fires up a deep three, can't get it to go. Shaw on the rebound. He'll look to push in traffic. Cameron Shaw races up the court. He'll slow it down as he found he doesn't have any numbers up there.
Looks like Shaw had a lane there, but he decided to take it. Slay goes to Hepting.
Young's a little trigger happy right now. He wanted to fire that one from downtown. Beautiful pass by Shaw. He gets it to Reynolds, and a great conversion there.
Owen Reynolds really playing out of his usual role as just a passer.
And Calvert Hall cannot buy a shot. We're down to 25 seconds remaining in the half. They'll slow it down. Loyola will hold for the last shot. You gotta love Cam Shaw's athleticism, especially when he becomes a passer. And we're down to about 10 seconds now. Trillian Young has it at the top of the key. Hepting will receive the pass from him. He'll drive all the way in. Hepting strong. He can't get it to go. And just out of bounds. Good play call there to isolate Connor. He almost had that one to go. Calvert Hall will get a chance of their own now.
And that's what you want to see the Dons do, really attack that inside, try to get those shots, those high percentage shots down low.
And Tillman is just a step too slow as we close out this first half 26-10. Joe, what did you like from both teams in the first half?
Well, I like the energy that they came out with. That's what we're used to seeing from this type of game. And now you just want to see that the Dons can put the Cardinals away early in the second half. That's been their Achilles heel all year. But, Alex, let's see if they can do it.
Exactly. And one of Loyola's problems all year has been turnovers, but they've been very limited this year. They have to continue that if they want to pull this one off in the second half.
And they patched that up in early this half. But, you know, let's see if they can keep the momentum going. That will be their biggest talking point going into the half.
And after an exciting first half, Loyola leads at 26-10. We will be back to bring you 26-16. We'll be back to bring you the second half. Everyone, and welcome back to Jerry Savage Court on the campus of Loyola Blakefield. We had a very entertaining first half between the Loyola Dons and Calvert Hall Cardinals. Loyola leads at 26-16, and alongside Joe Tartaglia, I'm Alex Emney. So, Joe, I'm going to ask you, what do you think were the key factors that contributed to Loyola's early lead?
Well, first of all, since Chidnake went out due to foul trouble earlier in the first quarter, they had to rely on other guys off the bench to make up for that production loss. And I would say Owen Reynolds did a great job coming off the bench and providing it a way he wouldn't normally do. Making three-pointers and getting big rebounds off the glass is not what you'd expect from a guy of his size.
And Cam Shaw has been doing what he's done all year, slicing through the lane and finishing through contact off of transition.
And Cam Shaw's being Cam Shaw. He's doing his job, and he's running the court just as well as he's done all year.
All right, and this third quarter gets kicked off as Calvert Hall gets first possession. Quickly, Adams fires up a shot that's no good.
The jump ball.
And it looks like we have an offensive foul call there on the freshman. Shaw's got an ISO up top, chooses to give it to Hepting. Hesitates a moment and finds Hallaby at the top of the key. Trillian Young pulls up from mid-range, and that's good. He got a great-looking shot there.
A great job. Trillian Young's Trillian Young's been shooting the ball for the Dons for the most here earlier in the first half. Excuse me, but now it seems that he's finally getting that touch.
Beautiful. And Young will finish that one off.
It's starting to go for Trillian Young. I was trying to say. He didn't seem to have the touch earlier on in the first half, and now coming out of the gate of the second half, he's starting to click. And if he clicks, he's going to be a dangerous player to watch out for.
Absolutely, and we saw him in the gym before the game, warming up, practicing those mid-range J's, and those are certainly paying off at this point. Calvert Hall hoists up another three, and finally they get a long-range shot to go. That's Brendan Adams. He's a senior. He gets that one to go.
And Adams continuing his hot play from earlier in the first half as well.
Finds a wide-open Hallaby, and that's good. And the Calvert Hall defense looking like Swiss cheese so far. They're getting dissected by the Loyola guards. Adams for three again, and he quiets the crowd.
And Adams is starting to heat up. And if he can make shots like that through contact and with a hand at his face, he's going to be very dangerous.
Coach Chevalier unhappy with his defensive effort, so he's going to call a quick timeout. We're 2 minutes into this third quarter. Loyola has this lead expanded to 10 as a result of several turnovers. And if you're the Calvert Hall coaching staff, Joe, what are you telling your guys right now?
Well, now I would think that they want to keep feeding Adams until his heat wears off, making two big-time free throws beyond the arc in the same spot back-to-back. Now we'll see if they try to work it to him again or they try to go off and maybe find someone down low cutting off a ball screen.
Absolutely, but regardless of what they do, it's going to be interesting to see how the Cardinals can climb back into this game, if they have a plan at all.
It's a good pick from Chidnake.
Beautiful give and go there. And Calvert Hall picks up another foul on the play.
Loyola keeping that aggressive mindset coming out of the break as they continue to pressure the interior.
And Chinake left all alone. So Calvert Hall's defense is just breaking down. What do you think happened here after this first half?
I think Loyola has made the adjustments that they needed to get their big guys open looks. But now, as you see, Calvert Hall and Adams really starting to heat up from that perimeter. And Lowe's got to find a way to stop them before they end up clawing their way back into this game, where Adams could be a major factor late with a deadly three-point shot.
Adams is red hot, just like he was in last year's game. Shaw drives baseline. Behind the back finds Hepting. He'll pull up from three. Yes! That's good. Connor Hepting with his first long-range jumper of the afternoon.
And a great job by Hepting responding to Adams. And now Adams is throwing up a heat check prayer.
Shaw all the way through. Beautiful finger roll layup. Cameron Shaw. I mean, every time this guy goes at it, he amazes you.
And you see Loyola's side now just oozing confidence. They have all the momentum here in the second half.
Desperation now for the Cardinals as Curtis fires up a three. They got an offensive rebound, though.
If you're Calvert Hall, you have to settle down. You can't rely on the three-point shot every possession.
Fight for it there. Adams goes up. He's stripped by Halby. Baseball pass ahead to Shaw. Cameron Shaw finishes at the other end. The crowd goes wild, and Calvert Hall is forced to take a timeout.
And it's all Loyola here, Alex. 4:21 to go in the third quarter, and it is all Dons.
And this is the loudest I've heard the student section in a while. They sure are fired up.
It's not often you can pull out runs like this against a quality Calvert Hall team.
And you could call this sort of a revenge game for the Turkey Bowl in a sense, since this is the next sport up.
Well, always, this technically is. So it's the meeting that comes after, and each school wants to go after each other in every sporting event. It doesn't matter if it's just football, but football. The Turkey Bowl is always something that each community's they hold up high, near and dear. It's very special, but this doesn't hurt.
And we're back in action here as Calvert Hall walks it down the floor off of that timeout, hoping to execute, which has been very difficult, especially from downtown. Kevin Collier at the line. He gets the first one to go.
(41-25) Loyola here in the third quarter. Just under 4 minutes to play.
Collier cuts the lead to 15 as Mitchell Fisher checks in for Dubem. And we've seen Chidnock get an extended run now because he has been keeping himself out of foul trouble. So that's a good sign for Loyola. And Pierce Robinson picks his pocket right there. And Robinson fouled on the way up.
Looks like that one will go against Hallaby.
And not sure what the call there was, but Calvert Hall turned it over.
Calvert Hall getting the turnover off the press.
Got a little ahead of themselves there. I think Loyola's really got to slow it down now. That'd be in their best interest right at this point in time. Wide open. Calvert Hall fires from 3. That's good. Miles Morris silences the crowd with that dagger from downtown.
And this team's not going to miss those wide open shots outside of the perimeter.
Wide open for 3. Fisher got a hand on it. Looks like it could have been called a jump ball, but he dragged the guy down at the last moment.
Yeah, you're normally not going to get a call like that.
Halby nearly gets a steal. Calvert Hall the other way, way short. Henderson trying to get the steal back to no avail. Fox, quick fire, in and out. Now it's a 12-point game. Loyola really has to settle. Or has to slow things down. You don't want to turn it over and create a comeback attempt.
Absolutely. You want to keep to your style of play and not let the atmosphere to the game dictate the speed.
Nice move there by Darius Tillman. He's finally on the score sheet.
It's a very strong move from the freshman.
Nice pass there by Reynolds. Shaw a bit too strong off the glass. Calvert Hall push in transition. 1-on-4, flips up an errant shot. That's no good. Shaw comes up with it, and he's fouled.
And the Dons cannot and should not try to force everything in transition. Once they break the press, they should just set up. If there's no open shot down low, they should set up and run their offense, because that's been working for them so far this year.
Absolutely. Loyola takes its timeout. We'll take a quick timeout of our own for Alex Emdy. For Joe Tartaglia, I'm Alex Emdy. We'll be right back. And we're back as Loyola takes possession, trying to run down this clock. Brendan Fox chasing in the corner. Mitchell Fisher wide open. He'll go up strong. The reverse layup is no good.
Those are the shots you just have to make. It was there, and they ran the offense the right way, and they have the open look. Just got to put it in.
Down to 1:55 left in this contest. Is a 10-point lead for Loyola. Risky pass there, but Miles Morris gets it. He drops all the way in, rejected there by Fisher. And pulls up from downtown. That's no good.
Smart play by Owen Reynolds, letting that ball go out of bounds.
Brilliant Young all alone. Nice power move there by Young as he faded away from about 8 feet.
And
good looking stroke.
And Trillian Young's been money here since the start of the third quarter.
Nice bounce step there as Terrence Henderson finds a cutting Kevin Collier.
It looks like the two teams have really gone blow for blow after Loyola's run.
Look at Fisher. He's wide open in the corner. Shaw finds him. Fisher drives baseline. Nice turn. He goes up. Just short. Good idea there by Mitch Fisher. Just got to be a little stronger on the finish.
And those are the shots you want to see the Dons take here. And that's what's been working for them so far.
Tillman, nice move. He gets it up and is fouled.
We're going to get Owen Reynolds on the foul.
The freshman at the line. Can't get the roll.
Now you can only wonder, Alex, being the freshman and knowing he started on varsity for Calvert Hall basketball as a freshman. You got to just imagine the pressure placed on this young man and whether or not he'll be able to come through
he's got
a game like this.
A lot of pressure on him, but it's pretty special. He's going to have 3 more cracks at this Loyola team next following seasons. Nice hands there. Young just out of his reach. And Loyola's got to be careful now not to turn it over. You got to settle into your offense. It's only a 9-point lead.
And you're right, Alex. As we approach the final quarter, Loyola's really got to emphasize that ability to finish. It's been absent most of this season, and they've let games slip away in the final minutes. But let's see, with this type of game, with this type of crowd atmosphere, with this type of energy and just and momentum, let's see if they can pull this one out.
Good looking cross there by Adams. He hoists up a shot. Dubamnake wide open. Crosses over at the buzzer. Just off. Dubamnake nearly extended that lead, but it will be 9 as we head to the 4th quarter. For Joe Tartaglia, I'm Alex Emdy. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to Jerry Savage Court, as we're set to bring you the culmination of a nail-biting MIAA A Conference game between the Loyola Dons and Calvert Hall Cardinals. We've been talking about it all day, Joe. The game last year, the thriller that we saw on this very court, this game shaping up to be equally as exciting. What does Loyola have to do to close out this matchup?
Well, it's very simple, Alex. They just have to finish. They've done all the right things so far, but can they finish when the game is on the line? That will be the question.
Tillman goes 2 for 2 to cut the lead to 7. Full court press once again, shown by the Cardinals. Halby will try to break it. He gets it to Nake. Finds Hepting on the wing.
A great job by Connor Hepting to kick that ball back out and settle his offense.
Wide open, Brendan Fox for 3. Yes! And that's a clutch shot right there. As Fox gets the lead back to 10.
And Fox, the junior, really showing his presence here late in the game.
If you're Calvert Hall, you can't afford to leave a guy like that wide open. He will make you pay.
That foul's going to be against Dubem Nake. That'll be 3 shots for the Cardinals. And that's not what you want to do, is foul a man shooting beyond the perimeter. That's the 4th foul for Dubem as he comes out. His brother Chid checks in.
Adams at the line, and he converts right there. So Hallaby will the inbounds pass. This one's tough. And a timeout was called, so Loyola struggling a bit as Calvert Hall is going to have full court pressure.
It looks like since the start of the second half, Calvert Hall's really turned the intensity on their press game, and they've forced the Dons in a couple sticky situations and a couple turnovers that led to some easy buckets. But let's see if DeValley draws something up, maybe a pick to
now,
to
if this full court press continues, one thing you can do as an offense is have a big man set a down screen and have a guy like Cam Shaw slip off for a deep pass. That's an option you can go to, or you got to get a lot of movement to create separation.
And Calvert Hall's been pretty stalwart so far in this half with not allowing the Dons to move freely in the backcourt. Pierce Robinson on the foul there for the Cardinals.
Hallaby has trouble getting it in. He finally finds Hepting. He's able to out-muscle the defender.
It's like Cam Shaw checking in for Brennan Fox. About 7 minutes to play here in this Christmas Classic.
Hepting with the baseball pass to Shaw, just as I said. And he gets it to go.
Very nice call, Alex. And that's one way to break the press.
Another debatable call there is Adams seemed to freeze in midair. They call the Loyola defender on the foul.
As Adams will cut the deficit.
Adams cuts the lead to 7. Hallaby finds Hepting. He's got guys on the left side if he needs them. Hallaby breaks the press nicely. Shaw for 3. Yes! He rattles that one in. And Cam Shaw gives the Loyola Blakefield a little bit of cushion there.
And some great vision there, seeing the press. Seeing the press be able to break it and finding Shaw for the open perimeter shot.
Yeah, ball movement there was sublime, you could say. And just like that, Logan Curtis provides the answer. Calvert Hall will just not go away. They are very feisty. And it's going to be a close one down the stretch.
But you don't expect either of these teams in this situation to just lay over and let the other team steamroll for the rest of the game.
Hepting
both
with a
teams
nice
are going to fight.
Cut. He's rejected on the way up there.
You know, Alex, both teams are going to fight to the very end. So just under 6 minutes to play. There's a lot of time.
Against Hepting. Good hand there by Shaw. So if you're Calvert Hall, I think you got to get the ball in the hands of Adams, and they do just that, and that's short.
Well, like they have been all day, Calvert Hall's been relying on Brennan Adams for most of their production, and he's been there for most of the game, but can they rely on him as we go down here now under 5.5?
What did you see there from Calvert Hall in the last offensive set? They've looked pretty stagnant offensively to me. What do you think they can do to get some more motion going?
Well, I would say that they'd have to stop relying on those deep perimeter shots. They have to start working the ball down low. They have decent size and great athleticism and skill, so let's see if they can capitalize on that.
And right here off the out of bounds, look over a pick from Trillian Young to free Cam Shaw. It's not going to quite happen, but Shaw gets the ball. Fadeaway jumper, way strong. Calvert Hall has numbers as Adams pushes it down the court. He gets fouled. And one. Didn't know this was the NBA. It looked to me like Adams was fouled before he started the process of the shot.
It's bang bang call. But it's a big call as the deficit is now 4. And just like we've seen, Alex, in every close game that Loyola's played, they've gotten a very sizable lead, and they have squandered it here in late minutes. And now we have a classic Calvert Hall Loyola nail-biter.
Halby way downtown, just off, and 3 is not exactly the ideal play in my mind. He got away with a walk there. They fire from downtown. That's good. Just like that, we have ourselves a 1-point game. Coach Tavalli takes a quick timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back shortly to bring you the remaining 4:40 of this ballgame. Welcome back to Jerry Savage Court for the final 4 minutes 40 seconds of this intense MIAA matchup between Loyola and Calvert Hall. One that has seen Loyola go up as much as 16, but Calvert Hall has now cut it to just a single point.
You know, Alex, this reminds me a lot of last year's game, with the exception is that Kenny Lewis is not on the floor for the Dons.
Exactly. Right now would be a good time for Kenny to make an appearance. But you've got plenty of shooters like Halby and Shaw and Hepting that you can rely on down the stretch here. Halby heckled there by Darius Tillman. Good pressure there by the freshman. Nice pass to Shaw, and that's out. Stolen there by Halby. Good hands. Dive there, but Calvert Hall retains possession. That's a 3, way off. Trillian Young, huge board.
It looks like they had Cam Shaw on the fast break if he wanted it, but a smart play, settling the offense, slowing it down.
Halby will isolate up top. Hepting drives, finds Halby down low. Kicks it into Nake, who is fouled. And Chid will he be shooting? They are not yet in the bonus, so Loyola will take the ball beneath the basket as Halby will inbound it.
Great job by Chid. Great offense positioning, setting up the foul.
Nice look there to Nake. And that's deflected. Albee from downtown, no. Hepting dives, gets his hand between the pass. He likely stopped the fast break right there. Good play.
Smart job by the Cardinals, not trying to force it in transition. Now they have their offense set up with their hot three-point shooter and Adams ready to go.
Adams with the alley-oop attempt, and that went sideways. Loyola takes over. Shaw with a nice jab step.
And Alex, I have to question the move for the alley-oop. And this situation of the game, it's a one-point game. And taking such a risky play like that, I'm just not too sure about it.
Hepting outside for three. Yes! Connor Hepting, the marksman from downtown. He's got ice in his veins, Joe.
Connor Hepting, just one of the many players that have stepped up today for the Loyola Dons.
Adams looks a little ginger on that ankle, but looks like he's going to walk it off.
That's going to be against Dubem Nake, his fifth. So Dubem Nake has fouled out of today's contest. And Trillian Young has checked in. Just under 3 minutes to play, Alex. 54-50, Loyola with a small lead. Very big miss.
He missed the front end of that one. And that's a huge miss as Loyola takes over. Hepting isolates the freshman up top. Good crossover move. And the crowd really getting into this one tonight. Trillian Young finds a cutting Shaw, and that's good. Cam Shaw, what an athletic move right there.
Cam Shaw continuing his great performance tonight with another power move.
And Adams with a dagger to answer.
What a great job by Calvert Hall, cutting into one possession, just riding the backs of Adams this entire time.
We saw a clutch performance from Adams in last year's matchup as well. This guy can really shoot. Nake posts up down low. He kicks it out to Hepting. Off balance, so he couldn't shoot it. Young, nice matchup down low. He rolls outside. Off the glass and no good.
Some great defense there by the Cardinals, not allowing for any quality shot.
Darius Tillman isolates. He splits two men. Short. And that's an offensive foul there against the Cardinals.
And a beautiful job by Chin Nake doing what he does best. He is the best in the MIAA of drawing that offensive foul.
Chid's been doing that since day one, and he's a master at drawing the foul, as you said, Joe. Now Loyola has to find their way out of the trap and does so easily. Nice dish there. And Trillian Young is fouled on the way up.
Some great passing out of that press, finding those high percentage looks.
So some nice press breakers there from Loyola. As Trillian Young goes to the line. First one is up and hits the back of the iron. And both are simply too strong there. Those are ones you gotta have back if you're young there.
And again, it's been the story all season for the Dons, unable to make free throws late in games. And that now Calvert Hall still with a one-possession game.
Adams hoists the three and banks it in over Connor Hepting. And we are tied at 56. Loyola will take a timeout. We will as well. We'll be back very shortly to bring you the final minute.
Quiet.
And we're back at Jerry Savage Court for the culmination of this exciting matchup. It's coming right down to the wire. This gives me flashbacks of last year, Joe.
Absolutely. Tie game, under a minute left. There's a reason why this is the best rivalry in high school sports. Every game goes down to the very end.
Loyola will have the first crack at breaking the tie. And Hal will be called on the offensive foul. I'm scratching my head on that one, Joe. What did you see there?
It looks like they got him with the arm extension there. Not the end of the world. They have to shut down those perimeter shooters.
You got to lock Adams. He pulls up. No good. Hallaby with a huge rebound. 1 second differential shot in game clock.
And it looks like a timeout by Coach Diwali before the foul.
Yes, that is an unfortunate sequence of events. They would have gone to the line shooting 2 there.
But the good news is, though, there's a 0.7 difference between the shot and game clock. So Loyola has a very good chance of holding for the last shot.
Absolutely, Joe. Loyola will hold for the last shot. And Coach Diwali surely drawing up some sort of pick play here. You don't even need a 3, just a 2 will do it. What do you think they go to, Joe?
I think that they should continue to try to work the ball down low and take whichever shot is open. Don't try to, if they wait to the very end, which is fine, the only thing they risk is not being able to get a quality shot off.
I think you go down low and just muscle up the interior. And a long talk here as Diwali tries to execute the perfect play here.
What a Christmas classic this one's turned out to be, Alex.
Absolutely. And we knew this one would come down to the wire from the start. I mean, Loyola had a 15-point lead, but no lead is safe in basketball.
Especially with the way Loyola's been playing. They've allowed teams to scratch and claw their way back. But now they have the chance right here to put all the naysayers away.
So J.J. Halby will orchestrate the offense. He finds Nake at the top of the key. A little off-ball movement here for Loyola.
So there's
see what they can come up with.
And there's no rush here on that Loyola
Halby's
side.
got
They
it
do
up
have
top. We're down to
15
seconds remaining. Halby finds Nake back up top. They play give and go. Halby drives down low, hands it off to Shaw. We're down to 5. Hepting. 4-3 and the win. Yes!
Hepting!
Wow! Connor Hepting put down. And Loyola takes a 3-point lead.
He's been money all day, Alex, and he's coming through at the biggest moment and for the second year in a row.
This is last year all over again. I don't believe it, Joe.
1.6, correction, 2.3 seconds left on the clock. There's still time left for a shot. But what a game, what a finish. Connor Hepting, the potential hero for the Dons.
Get ready, folks. That might be a top 10 play.
Connor Hepting, Alex, that shot, depending on what can happen in these 2.3 seconds, that shot could be the next highlight for this basketball season.
Watch out, ESPN. We've got another top 10 candidate coming at you.
There's something about Loyola and Calvert Hall that have a flair for their dramatic. Connor Hepting, the potential hero now for the Dons. What a game, Alex.
Alrighty, we're not quite finished yet here at Jerry Savage Court as Calvert Hall has 2.3 seconds remaining. They're going to need a full court pass and an immediate 3 to try to tie the score here.
It's like
on the inbound is Darius Tillman.
Timeout is
And they'll call
Diwali.
a quick timeout.
Smart move by Diwali. Just wanted to see what the Cardinals come up with.
You got to be extra certain you don't get fooled on a play here if you're coach to volley, but nonetheless, Connor Hepting in the corner, fading away. What a clutch shot. What a good performance by the junior guard tonight.
He's been consistently making those shots all day, and even with the hand in his face, he managed to hit one right from the perimeter. There's just something about this game, Alex.
And something about Loyola Calvert Hall basketball. Kenny Lewis is in the house to witness the recreation of his own shot.
59-56 here with 2.3 seconds in the ball game.
The score may be 30 points lower than last year, but the excitement level is definitely the same tonight.
And the student section over there is antsy, and they are ready to rush, Alex. But great energy all day, and now it all comes down to 2.3 seconds.
Darius Tillman on the inbound for the Cardinals. The freshman has played well all day. What will he go with? Tillman with a deep pass, caught there by Evans. He flips it ahead. Wide open look. Oh! I don't believe it.
What a shot!
I don't believe it.
Shot!
We're going to overtime.
What a shot!
I
Alex.
don't believe what I just saw. To back, clutch shots.
An instant classic again here at Blakefield. And what could be more fitting with these two teams?
And what a play. They got it up there. They got it up there to Evans, who just flicks it on there to Curtis. Wow. Now what I just witnessed. Connor Hepting looked to put the dagger in this one. Calvert Hall, once again, they did not go away and answered at the last second.
Even with 2.6 seconds left, neither team goes away. There is no giving up.
Unbelievable.
Neither of these teams' mentality.
What a wacky afternoon we have here at Loyola Blakefield. And the two will settle it in a 4-minute overtime period. And Loyola just coming off a double overtime loss, so they are used to the overtime period.
Now, how are the Dons going to manage Calvert Hall now with the momentum?
So freshman Tillman driving, flips it up, no. And the finish there by Kevin Collier, who cleans up the glass. Halby Cooley walks it up the court. And that's broken up there. Young will hurry back.
And just like that, 4-point lead for the Cardinals. I think the Dons are still in shock over that last play.
Got to slow down a little bit. You have plenty of time if you're Loyola. Got a good offensive set and a good shot. Nake goes strong and one.
And a great job by Chin Nake driving the lane.
He took off at the foul line and took it to the rack. Chin Nake, beautiful move. Let's see if he can finish off the three-point play.
He struggled as of late from the line, Alex. But in this game, there's no guarantees.
Nake just a little strong there. Try to get his own rebound. Unable to do so. And now Loyola is in desperate need of a stop.
It remains a 2-point game.
Adams carries. He finds a man wide open for three. No. Important rebound here. And good hustle there by the Cardinals of Calvert Hall to keep that one alive. And a fresh shot clock as well.
The smart play. Knocking it off the defender. Not a bad foul.
Collier is not the greatest free throw shooter, so you're sending the right guy to the line at least.
63-61, and a classic here at Jerry Savage Court. Every shot is a big shot, and every miss is a big miss.
Absolutely, and coming down the stretch of a game like this, free throws are very important.
It remains a one-possession game.
Collier goes 50% from the line to increase the lead to 3. Let's see what Shaw can offer. He gives it to Halby. Cam Shaw there in the corner isolates. He drives, kicks it out to Nake, who gives it back.
Try to get the quality shot here.
We're down to 10 on the shot clock.
Don't rush anything.
Halby heckled there at the point.
That's a big foul.
Calvert Hall has stepped up its defensive play for sure.
I think the Dons have learned the hard way. There is no easy game in this league. They all come down to literally the last second. And a big miss from the freshman.
Darius Tillman can extend it to a 2-possession game, but he has to convert on this free throw. He gets one to go.
4-point game.
Connor Hepting will handle the point guard duties momentarily. He finds a cutting Trillian Young, nearly gets it to go.
And this place would have went berserk.
The roof would have blown off of this building. I'd say Trillian Young's about a 60% free throw shooter.
And that is the 5th foul for Logan Curtis.
That is huge, as he's one of their biggest catalysts on the offensive end. But now it's up to Trillian Young. Curtis pleading his case, but they're going to make him sit out.
Looks like Trillian gets a break there as he missed that free throw.
And all afternoon, Trill has been a little too strong. He's got to find the right touch. Both are no good, and Calvert Hall.
And so big misses at the line. And a big charge.
Loyola catches a break with the charge there.
And there's still plenty of time for Loyola to run their offense. Just under 2 minutes left.
They don't have a mop, so the referee, Halby and Hepting, are trying to clear off that area.
65-61 here in the first overtime period.
We are under 2 to play as Calvert Hall goes to a 3-2 zone. Let's see how Loyola can exploit this. Shaw finds Halby. Yeah, Trillian Young wide open outside. Shaw, nice pump fake. He'll kick it out, but turns it over.
That was just Shaw trying to do too much. Trying to force the passes inside. And Loyola needs to stand here. They are in deep trouble.
Adams strong, floats one up, no good. Fight there for the rebound, and that goes into Hepting's hands. He flips it up to Halby. He's got numbers if he chooses to push. Shaw.
Push.
Shaw pushed right before he goes out of bounds.
Must makes coming up.
These are critical free throws right here for Cam Shaw.
And Loyola has fallen apart at the free throw line. They've absolutely collapsed at the line, Alex. And at least they managed to get one to cut it to one possession game.
They're still in it, Joe. They just need a stop real quick. Adams hands it off to Tillman. He's isolating with Hepting up top. That's a screen.
A great job by Hepting.
Loyola's got him right where they want him. 10 seconds on the clock. There's a big stop. Down to 33 seconds. The shot clock is off. Allaby fires to Hepting. Passes up the three. Allaby fires from downtown. Yes!
Oh,
Jay Allaby from downtown. And we are tied, ladies and gentlemen.
Shot clock is dead. Timeout, Calvert Hall. My, oh my, Alex. They've done it again.
I mean, if I've learned anything from watching this game, it's that the MIAA has some clutch shooters.
Connor Hepting, Brendan Adams, J.J. Hallaby.
All with ice in their veins, Joe.
Just under 19 seconds remaining in the first overtime period. Can it get any better?
It cannot get more exciting. So, we are down to 18.9 seconds, and Calvert Hall has possession. All they need is a layup.
I think it's...
give me a defensive and an offensive analysis on this.
Well, it looks like Calvert Hall, they have to feed the beast. They have to feed Brendan Adams. He's been their guy all day. He's been carrying their team the entire time. He is the single man that carried his team all the way back. And on the Loyola side, you just have to find a way to stop him. Put multiple hands in his face and don't let him get a clean shot off.
It's important to note that Logan Curtis has fouled out, so Loyola can key in on stopping Adams. As Curtis was the guy who actually signed it into overtime. All right, the shot clock is off. We are under 20 seconds left to play. Darius Tillman, the freshman, will take on Connor Hepting up top. We're down to 10 seconds.
Great job by Hepting.
He isolates, fires at him, man. He'll go up. Floater, no. Trillino gets it. Hallaby, 2 seconds and one. Fires from long. Oh!
Oh,
nearly.
my.
How close was that? And we are headed to a second consecutive double overtime game. J.J. Hallaby nearly won it off a half-court shot.
It looks like the volley's barking. He wanted his timeout, and they didn't give it to him.
We'll take a quick timeout, Joe. We're 65-65 heading to the second overtime period. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone, to what has easily been the most thrilling game of the year. We are heading to double overtime. It's tied at 65 after, we'll take you on a quick recap. Joe, want to give us a recap?
Well, it started off, Lily came out strong. I'll just start with the whole the regulation time. So Loyola came out really strong, had a decent-sized lead going into halftime, ended up blowing it away, however, coming to the end of the fourth quarter. And then Calvert Hall seemed to have all the momentum going into overtime after a buzzer beater shot to send the teams into the extra frame. Now, after J.J. Hallaby's very clutch three-pointer at the end of that period, let's see if the Dons can take that momentum and carry themselves to an overtime win.
Absolutely. We've got an instant classic brewing right here as these heated rivals going at it once again. Hallaby kicks it out to Shaw. Finds Chid Nake on the low post. Nake goes up strong. Trillion Young offensive board. He can't get it to go.
Loose ball.
Fight for it there. Nake just unable to corral the board. On the other end, Miller, nice Euro step. Reborn Young. And Hallaby will settle it there.
Smart play.
The second overtime period is off to a blazing speed.
Hepting. Just imagine this game if Loyola would have made all their free throws.
We're down to 10 seconds to shoot. Shaw drives, nearly turns it over. Young corrals it there. He goes up. Can't get the roll. That one sat on the rim, but just went out.
Neither team able to score here in this second overtime period. We're just under 3 minutes to play. Shot clock down at 10.
Foul there.
No shot. The foul appears to be
Shaw
on the
lucky
floor.
there.
Very lucky. However, the shot clock will reset, and it will be a bonus. And there was no one down low for Calvert Hall.
Adams' first free throw is up and good.
Brennan Adams carrying his team now through 6 periods of play. And he's money. And that's been the difference. Calvert Hall started off really abysmal at the free throw line. And now that switched to Loyola, unable to not getting down from the stripe.
Let's see how the Dons can answer. Down 2. We're approaching 2 minutes to go in the second overtime period. Hunter Hepting drives. He'll pull up mid-range. No. Good. Good box out there by Calvert Hall. That was Collier.
A very good shot from
Grabbing the
Hepting,
board.
just unable to get it to go. Big possession here for Calvert Hall. Trying to make it a 2-possession game. Adams.
Adams drives. He floats up a wild shot. Hepting there on the boards. He had his pocket picked. No good there. Follows. Also no good. Nake gets the board. He tosses it away. Wide open 3. No. But Adams is there.
And after that, wild possession. It'll be 2 shots for Calvert Hall, with a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Again, Calvert Hall seems to have momentum here in the overtime period. As Hallaby, I believe, is fouled out. Calvert Hall, money from the stripe. That's been the story.
I got to hope for a miss here for Loyola, as it's a 3-point lead.
More importantly, just make sure you get the rebound.
And Collier switches both.
Still plenty of time.
And Loyola has all their shooters on the floor. Trillion Young looks to be playing on a bit of an ankle injury. Hepting's wide open there if Shaw can just find him. Loses the dribble, gets it back, and
Big
gets
shot.
it to go.
That's a very great job to recover. That looked disastrous for a second. Minute left. Loyola needs to D up.
Cam Shaw did a good job of making something out of nothing there.
Adams against Shaw. And a foul.
That's a cheap call there.
Correction.
It's actually a timeout. Calvert Hall wants to talk it over.
And you can hear a pin drop in here.
Absolutely. The tension in here is incredible. Now, what do you think is going on in these huddles, Joe?
I'm sorry, Alex?
What do you think is going on in the huddles right now on both sides?
I think both sides are telling their guys to settle down. You know, this is just like any other basketball game when it comes down to it. And just settle down, and each team has to play their style of basketball if they want to win these last 50 seconds.
All right, Joe, and if you're Calvert Hall, surely you're going to get it in the hands of your best playmaker, Brendan Adams, as Curtis is fouled out.
I can't think of anyone else but Adams to take this next shot for Calvert Hall. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Darius Tillman's looked pretty dangerous there, too. Fox is guarding the man with the ball. Adams
3.
Pushes off, gets up a 3. No. Hepting gets a big rebound and calls timeout.
A great job.
Good play there.
And
Loyola
now
will talk it over. And now this is where things get interesting, Joe.
You can go for the tie. You can go for the win.
28 seconds left. What do you do if you're Coach
I'm
Cavalli?
Loyola, I go for the win. This game's been going back and forth the entire time. You have your shooters, go for it. But on the other hand, if you see that open shot down low, you have to take it.
If the opportunity presents itself for an easy bucket, you take it. But your guys are probably tired. This is a double overtime game, so I think trying to end it would not hurt.
It's kind of like going for 2 in football.
Yep. Absolutely.
Can't ask for anything more from these players, from the people here, all the people here that came to watch. Another packed house here, Jerry Savage Court. 28 seconds, and we know already that anything can happen. The shot clock is dead. Looks like Calvert Hall is trying to.
Shot clock is in fact off. We are down to 25 seconds as Connor Hepting crosses half court. He'll dribble it into the right corner, hands it off to Cameron Shaw.
Hold on to the ball.
Shaw drives. Beautiful Euro step. No. Loyola will, however, retain possession.
Timeout.
Loyola calls a quick timeout. So we saw Cam Shaw drive off the dribble handoff. Did you like that play call?
It was very interesting. Shaw had the ball for the entire possession, just him dribbling around, looking for a shot. Not a terrible call because when the game comes down to the wire, you want to have it in your playmakers' hands. But it'd be nice to see them utilize the other players in the court, at least in the passing game, to whip the ball around and try to open up a better, a more high percentage shot for Shaw.
I think either give it down low to your big man or let Cam Shaw penetrate, get an easy layup, or you kick it out to one of your plethora of shooters who can end this one. All right, folks, here we go. We are down to 14 seconds left. Loyola inbound it. They might be able to get a quick play going right to the basket right off this. And Coach Chevalier relaying the message of no timeouts. Connor Hepting, the man to inbound it.
Very big inbound. The Dons have to be very efficient getting this ball in.
A little tricky under the basket. Running out of time. Trillion Young cuts. Oh! Nearly gets it to go. Trillion Young. These are the biggest 2 shots of his young career, if you ask me.
You can only wonder what's going through that young man's mind right now.
Would have had a chance to take the lead if that one was good. I mean, great look. You gotta say it was a great look.
It was an excellent play call. But now if you think, even if he makes the 2 shots, you have 12.9 seconds left, and Calvert Hall can easily get a quality shot off in that amount of time. Yeah. Now he at least has to hit
He's got to
this
make one. He's got to make one.
No good. And that.
Trillion Young goes 0 for 4 from the free throw line down the stretch.
And that is what's done the Dons in for this game. The inability to make free throws coming down the final stretch. The inability to finish coming down the final stretch. The inability to put teams away. It's haunted them all season long, and it's showing up again. However, they still have 2 free throws still on the other end.
First one rattles home. You got to hope for a miss here.
One more.
They have no timeouts, remember, so you got to go right away.
And the ball game rests.
There's a rebound.
On this shot right here.
And it's no good. Loyola has a chance. Chidnake on the rebound. He gets it up to Hepting. We're under 10 to go. Connor Hepting drives right side. Hand off to Shaw. He pulls up for the tie. That's no good. And Calvert Hall escapes with a victory.
What an amazing game, Alex. Regardless of the final score, what an amazing effort from both teams as the Calvert Hall students rush the court. And a rough one to watch if you're a Loyola fan, but nevertheless, again, an amazing showing from both teams. And this is the final thing to do here is to wish everyone at home watching the game a very Merry Christmas as we go into our nice long break.
It's going to be a tough one to swallow. Loyola had it all the way, just let it slip. And like you said, Joe, we wish everyone watching a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And for Alex MD, I'm Joe Tartaglia. We will see you next time.